We are not starting on a good note, ladies and gentlemen, for multiple reasons.
Well, we're not used to recording on a Friday. So, sorry. I'm trying to get ahead of the game here. If we record today, we can be Saturday living it up.
You say that. You say you're trying to get ahead of the game, the long term. But as for our plans of today, we are so behind schedule.
Why are we behind schedule?
Because we have to be somewhere at 6 o'clock. We have to still change and get ready for it. It's 4:37. It's 25 minutes away, and we have to record for at least 45 minutes. So that is literally us pushing it until 5:25, and then we have to be there at 6. So we're going to have 5 minutes once we're done here to change our clothes, get out the door, and get in the car. And I know you, and you are not going to take 5 minutes to change your clothes, get out the door, and get in the car.
No, but you had a perfect opportunity to blame me there. Why are we late?
Because David has his fun day. Today's his grand old time. Woo, we get the day off. We get to have fun. We get to do whatever we want to do. And you know what he does? He leaves me in the dust. I am chopped liver. I am not included in his fun day plans whatsoever.
I'm having fun right now.
I've just seen you for the first time today.
We woke up together.
And then you were off to the races.
So if you're a little confused, I get once, basically in a month that there's no national holidays, the company gives us a Friday off, but it's like very strict where it's called mandatory fun day.
Yes.
I think we've spoken about this on the show before, but you essentially have to do something fun and completely switch off from work because it's very easy when you get an extra day to like catch up on the little things. So me and my friends went to the golf simulator and we played there for 3 hours. And I get why you're upset, but at the same time, like we there in the morning, we had a grand old time. Then I went out. Now I'm back. So
it's not about that. Tell them what you did last night. What was your schedule last night?
What did I do last night? Oh, I was playing golf last night too. But you were also busy last night. And soccer. Football.
So the fact that how you spent 4 hours last night playing golf and soccer.
Yeah,
and
golf
then you
started
have a
at
day
6.
off and it's a fun day and you know that I can be flexible with my schedule. And instead of trying to do a fun day with me, you do the same exact fun activity
gonna have a fun day
that
tomorrow.
You did 12 hours prior. No, we're not. We're going to do our taxes, which is the truth. Is that not the truth?
Why don't we just get a TurboTax sponsor?
Well, I mean, maybe if they listen to this episode, they will.
I know. I'm sorry, honey. I
don't want you to say sorry because you're not.
I'm having fun now. We will have fun tonight.
We're not going to be together tonight.
Why?
Because we are in separate groups.
Oh, I didn't know that was happening.
Yes.
Well, we'll have fun tomorrow and I'll make sure of it. I'm going to pamper you. Pamper's delight. Bob's your uncle.
Well, we got to get to Bob's your uncle a little bit later. I just, I even asked, I said, well, can't we do something fun together? And you just weren't having it.
I have fun with you every day, honey. Every day is fun. Every moment.
That is such a cop-out. That is such a cop-out. We have fun just being around each other because we laugh and whatever. But like, we don't plan fun things during the week. We just sit down and watch whatever show I want to watch that night.
Well, that's fun to me. We watch Survivor. Lately, we've watched about 1,000 episodes of Mormon Wives.
Oh, yeah. That's a whole other situation that we have
We'll
to
get onto that.
Just say the truth of what it is.
What's the truth?
That's what you wanted to do.
It is what I wanted to do. Like, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have done it. But I also think that, like, having hobbies and having like things that you look forward to and like that excite you, like is a good thing. And
And you're
should
saying I
wanna
don't have any hobbies.
I think you need to explore more.
Hanging out with you is my hobby.
I know it is, and it is mine too. That's why we got
Honey,
married.
I'm old. I don't need hobbies.
Well,
What other hobby could I have? I'm not an athletic person. You want me to take up sewing, knitting, watercolors? Like, what exactly am I supposed to pick up as a hobby?
Not every hobby is arts and crafts.
Or sports.
You haven't tried anything though.
That's not true. I tried going to the gym for like 2 years. I fell off.
2 years ago, I haven't got back on. Me neither, to be honest.
Yeah.
Help us
give
out.
me some ideas. What could I pick up as a hobby?
Golf.
I don't want to golf. Remember, I even tried to become like a flower person. Like,
I think the thing is that what you do for work
is also a hobby.
is also a hobby. And like, I'm not saying that every waking minute of it for you is joyful fun, because there's a lot of stress that goes into it and you're trying to figure out how to make money and all of the rest of it. But I think you get like burnt out during the day where you just want to do nothing on the weekends.
Yeah.
And you just want to chill.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Whereas
do nothing?
I wouldn't say do nothing, but like you're not, like I will easily wake up at the butt crack of dawn, 6 a.m. and go play golf if it meant going to play golf. But like you don't have something that excites you that much to be willing to do that.
No.
And I think that when you get the opportunity to relax at home, you will. Whereas for me, sitting at my computer for 8, sometimes longer, 8 hours a day.
I don't want to be home all the time.
I don't want to be in my office at all.
That's not true. If you would have like invited me somewhere out and about today, I would have gone.
Well, we'll do that tomorrow. We're not
supposed to though. We're supposed to do our taxes
We can
tomorrow.
do that in the morning. We're not going to do our taxes for 8 hours tomorrow or 10 hours. We'll do it for as long as we need to.
We need to get them done.
We got to move on. We got to move on from this conversation. I will try harder. I'm sorry. I do apologize.
I don't want
I had a fun day
I
today.
just don't want you to say sorry because I know you're not. I know next time you have a fun day, you'll do it all over again.
Because after a fun day,
he's not sorry. So stop saying sorry.
After a fun day comes a Saturday, which is another day.
I just would like to be included in one of these fun days eventually.
Okay, noted.
That can be our goal for the future.
You could have come with me to golf today.
That's
I
not
said
fun.
to you, do you want to come meet me afterwards?
Okay. We do have to because we could do this all day, I feel.
All day
and we're not
long.
really like coming to any resolution, I feel.
No, this is going to continue on into the night.
Okay, what else happened this week? We are in meteor land.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I don't know if you guys heard, but a meteor hit Cleveland, Ohio, and lo and behold, that's where Dave and I live. And what was your take on the meteor?
I thought absolutely nothing of it until I saw the news. Because you texted me saying, did you hear the bang?
Yeah.
Your sister texted the family group and said, did you guys feel that?
Yeah.
And I was like, it made me realize that I have headphones in way too much. Because I didn't hear or feel a thing.
It was like an earthquake, they said.
And
it felt like an earthquake.
I saw the footage that a lot of the footage that got captured was like dash cams in cars, people who were just randomly filming something else and then suddenly saw it. And it was like a movie scene. This fireball flashed across the sky in the middle of the day. And out of all the places on earth you could have been, it was right over us in Ohio.
I know.
In our specific county, like right here.
Sure was.
And I think the people on the news said it was, even though it was moving like thousands of miles an hour, it was still very slow by the standards of a meteor, apparently. Which
What's
is like
the standards of a meteor?
It was moving slower than average, which made it more visible or something. Because usually it's so quick that you wouldn't even.
Right. It looked like just a giant falling rock from the sky.
Yeah.
I mean, that essentially is what it is, I guess.
And something to do with the sonic boom or whatever is what caused the sound.
I'm trying to figure out how we live in Northeast Ohio and nobody was going to tell us that a meteor was headed our way. Like,
yeah, what was the risk factor to us? Because
like, literally, we just opened our Instagram and we're like, oh, that was a meteor, I guess, but nothing on the news.
Dodged a bullet, folks.
They're normally like alerting us on our phones at all time. Were they just not worried that a meteor was going to come crashing down on someone's, I don't know, house?
I guess it's just like they
Par for
know.
the course.
They just know it's going to disintegrate or something. Because I'm assuming we should probably have like brought this up, but I'm assuming it like didn't reach our atmosphere or something. It like just breaks up and it's floating in space.
I mean, we felt the impact of it. I did, at least.
Yeah, but it wasn't the impact of it hitting anything.
I thought it was literally like a bomb.
Yeah, it didn't hit Earth. Like it didn't touch Earth.
It didn't?
No, it just like blew up in the sky. It like fireballs just go, and then otherwise there would be like a mark on the ground where they could go like, look, there's the hole where the meteor hit.
Right. I guess that's why
that does happen, but because most of Earth is unpopulated, I could be talking up my butt here. It's just very rare that it happens like in a populated area.
Right. Well, I guess that's why it's not really that big of a deal.
Right, but honestly, that was a historic moment, and we experienced full eclipse.
True.
And now full meteor. What a time.
What a time to be alive. We have to talk about The Bachelorette.
Yeah, you got to update me on this because we have been watching a lot of Mormon Wives. Well, every time it's on, it's one of those shows where I'll be making something in the kitchen. Next thing you know, I'm eating my lunch, standing up, watching the TV.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, because I feel like a lot of that show is very... It's difficult to say scripted because scripted is like word for word. It's more
manipulated.
It's more we're gonna put two people in a room and point cameras on them and see what happens.
Oh, for sure.
And like that happens a lot.
Yeah.
And now that they've got a couple seasons in, I think things are happening a bit more organically. But I just am fascinated by this group of people that just seem to not be able to get along.
None of them. There's like one particular moment in time where two people will get along. But you know what? It actually made me realize watching season 4 back. That's why I don't have a lot of friends. Like that is an exact case study of why I keep my circle very small, very tight. All of my closest friends don't live within 20 miles of me.
Right.
And it's like, is this why I don't really have any like girl drama in my life? Because I just don't have any friends like these people are.
Speaking of fun days, it's like their days are like not fun days. Every day is mandatory, not fun day.
What insight.
But yeah, let's give me the update on the Taylor Frankie Paul situation.
Well, what do you know?
You were out and about having a fun day the other day, and you texted me the TMZ breaking news. You sent that to me. It had been live for 6 minutes, and you were on the pulse. It was crazy. You sent me the news of Taylor Frankie Paul's Bachelorette season being cancelled.
Yeah.
Because I was working. I immediately sent it to our Slack channel at work called it's a Slack channel called We Love Reality TV.
Nice.
I pasted it in there and I was like, guys, big news. And then the article said 12 minutes ago.
Wow.
And you had sent it like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, Morgan is on it.
But you were in the know with your work colleagues.
And all my work friends were going crazy, like, oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, I'm just breaking the news. It ain't much, but it ain't much, but how does that meme go? It ain't much, but it's a hard day's work or something.
I don't know. I've never heard that one.
Find it somewhere.
So what do you know about the situation with The Bachelorette right now?
that her season has completed filming, completed editing, ready to air.
Sunday.
Ready to air on a giant network, ABC.
Prime time, Sunday night.
Pulled. Think about it. The sponsors involved, the production crew, the
millions of dollars.
Millions. The poor boys.
Wow.
On the show have just been through this experience that no one is ever going to see, first of all.
Yeah, it sucks.
And then when you watched that video for the first time, you were sitting on the floor.
I know.
In my
your
office, leaning against the wall, just with your mouth.
Yeah.
And you were like, honey, this is bad.
Yeah. I mean, it was terrible. And I think the reason why, because that's the question really, this happened in 2023.
And that is what shocked me. Sorry to interrupt you, but once you sent the TMZ article, in the headline, it was like 2023 video. And I was like, oh, it's an old video.
Yeah. Which really, I don't want to say it was the catalyst, because like the swinging scandal was the catalyst. Which, do you even know anything about the swinging scandal?
Honestly, not the details.
Yeah.
I just know that was how the show got its seed, shall we say.
Okay. Well, if I said Miranda, would you know who that is?
I think so.
What color hair does she have?
Blonde?
Yes.
I mean, half of them are blonde, so that was highest chances.
Do you know who I'm talking about, really? You want me to show you a picture?
Yeah.
Maybe that will help.
I think to me, she seems like one of the youngest.
And like one of the most normal.
Okay.
No offense to the rest of them. Do you remember Chase?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
This is Miranda.
That's who I had in mind.
Okay, and then let me show you Chase.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember the episode where we watched and because he hasn't been on the show, but he's like been making a comeback.
Yes. So Taylor was in the swinging scandal with Miranda and her husband Chase. And then Taylor used to be married to a guy named
Is Miranda and Chase still together?
No.
Okay.
Because of the scandal.
Okay.
So Taylor was married to a guy named Tate, and then these two were married. And then there was one other girl, and I think she was married, but the girl has like disappeared. She doesn't want anything to do with any of them. So they had the soft swinging agreement or whatever. They were allowed to do certain things. They would do, sorry, this is like kind of graphic, but they would do certain things like in the room together and whatever. So what ended up happening is Chase ended up developing feelings for Taylor, and he admitted to Taylor at the gym one day, hey, I have feelings for you. And then they broke the agreement, Chase and Taylor. So then obviously Miranda and Chase got a divorce, Taylor and Tate got a divorce. Miranda and Taylor were no longer friends because, it just went up in flames. And then as the seasons have gone on, Miranda and Taylor have reconciled. And that's why Miranda is now on Secret Lives. And that's how Chase is now also on Secret Lives.
Right. So what does that have to do with Dakota and Taylor, though?
So after Taylor got divorced from Tate is when she started dating Dakota. And then that was season 1 of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is when she started dating Dakota. They were talking about all the fallout from the swinging scandal. And episode 1 of season 1 is the body cam footage of that 2023 incident that we have all now seen for the first time.
And I've
3
only
years
just
later.
put the 2 and 2 together with that.
Yeah.
When you sent me the TMZ article.
Yeah. So there's a lot of conversations right now on, well, why is this coming up 3 years later? And why is that the reason that it's being canceled? Because everybody knew about it, because it was a storyline in season 1. And I think, like, just to really boil it all down, nobody had ever seen the footage before. And it's one thing to like hear about it and maybe it's a bad look, but it just is different hearing about it and actually seeing how bad it was. I mean, her daughter was in the room. The daughter started crying. It was really, really bad.
He picked her up and she still was throwing things.
Yeah. So there also was another incident that happened last month. Did you know about this?
Yeah. And that's what I thought the video was from.
Right. I think what's happening is because the video came out, people are now not brushing off the latest one the way we did the first one. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
We're like, oh, okay, we kind of swept, not we, because it's like we're the audience, you know.
Right.
I don't really feel like we're responsible for these moral decisions of major networks. You know what I mean? They have a
and
lot.
without knowing them, I thought there was like equal blame. I thought
Right.
they were both like,
Oh, for sure.
just not in a good place.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know that we know now that they weren't, but it always seemed like it was two people aggravating each other.
Right.
And that video kind of,
Well,
doesn't
and
show
now,
that.
you know, they're both coming out with their statements and, you know, Taylor talking about like reactive abuse and, you know, not, she didn't say this per se, but like the tonality of it was like, well, you didn't see what came before this. And, you know, he's abusive to me. This all went down in court too, and she pled guilty. She's been on probation, or she is on probation until August. So, you know, with them, it's always just been so toxic. Even this season of,
and to see them in the bed together in the last couple episodes.
oh, you didn't even see the worst part.
on.
They slept together the night before Taylor left for the Bachelorette.
I thought that was that episode that I saw.
No, that was like, yeah, exactly. So, and then the morning of, the morning of the Bachelorette, Taylor wouldn't leave the house. Her mom and her sister were in the car. All of the women were at the airport, like to cheer her on, whatever. She didn't show up. They came to her house and the girls were like begging Taylor to leave. She's like cussing at them, saying like, leave me alone. I can't go.
I gotta see that episode.
Yeah, I can't go. I'm sick. Like, why won't anybody leave me alone? Just like totally self-sabotaging her opportunity as the Bachelorette. So essentially what happened is she goes on the Bachelorette. She gets engaged to somebody on the show. Meanwhile, Dakota's calling her in the car saying, save a rose for me. If you don't find anybody, I'll still be here at the end of it, blah, 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 blah. There's like, and I don't know if this is fake or not. They're like, Dakota's like, she told me that she hasn't had her period since the last time that we slept together. So Jesse's like, is she going to be a pregnant bachelorette? You know, all of this stuff. So she gets engaged to this guy on the show. She comes back. They're together for a little bit of time, and then they break up because of Dakota. And then I think the incident happened in February.
Wow.
Isn't that just nuts?
Because I'm thinking to myself, is there a conspiracy theory that ABC was never going to air it? But there's no way they would go through all of that.
Yeah, way too much.
To then not air it. That is just... wow.
And it's also like
Speechless.
people are wondering because the video was in evidence in their trial, or I don't think it went to trial, but like it was evidence in, what's the word I'm looking for? Like when they went to court, this video was in evidence,
like
and it's
part
what
of
got
the
Taylor,
case.
you know, like she was the aggressor. This is court documents saying these things, right? And then she pled guilty to
So
it.
surely ABC has seen that footage
That's
before they took her on as the Bachelorette.
That's what everybody's trying to figure out. It's like either they didn't see it because they were trying to cut corners and whatever and just didn't really care about doing the vetting, or they saw it and they didn't care. And the only reason why they care now is because the world has seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And like obviously they're not airing it because it's a terrible representation of
Right.
their show.
Yeah.
And it makes me think, like, imagine there is executives at ABC. I would imagine, this is just my random theory, there are probably 50% of the executives being like, I told you so.
Yeah.
And the other 50% shaking their head thinking, oh, it was worth the risk, like for the attention that we could have got or whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody else that was probably warning them of this are probably sitting there going, mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's also interesting because coming into what would have been Taylor's season of The Bachelorette, what were people saying about the franchise as a whole?
It's dying.
Yeah. I mean, people were not interested in The Bachelor anymore.
The Bachelor,
especially,
Bachelor in Paradise is way better than The Bachelor nowadays.
well, yeah. When you compare it to things like Love Island and all of these other traders that were just like hook, line, sinker. The Bachelor is not in the realm in the current state. It's not a heavy hitter the way that it once was. So this was like their make or break moment. Like they needed somebody like Taylor who already has the virality, who already, messy boots, whatever. People were looking forward to that before knowing the extent of the anger issues, obviously. But it's like, did your attempt to rehabilitate the franchise just put the final nail in the coffin?
Right. I mean, I just feel like they could have taken a smaller swing.
Right.
And still, like, how about doing the same casting, but update the production style to not look like it was filmed in 1998?
Well,
just an idea. Just an idea.
Well, they did renovate the Bachelor Mansion.
Great. What did they do? Paint it from
No, they did
early 2000s pale yellow to Greek Villa white. Took the shutters off the windows.
Not the shutters.
Took the shutters off the windows. Gave old Jesse a fade. To be fair, Jesse, you've always had a banger haircut. I would feel very blessed to have hair like that at your age.
It was like an HGTV show. They had a bunch of Bachelor alum come back that had like history in home renovations. Like Tyler Cameron was there, Joan Bassos was there, and they had like competition. I didn't watch it, so I mean, I can't.
They should just got Chip and Fiona in there. Is it Fiona?
Fiona.
Chip and Dale. Chip and
Joanna.
Chip and Joanna.
So every time we try to do something around the house now, like you have to call me Fiona and I'll call you like Chet and Fiona.
Chip and Fiona could have gone into the Bachelor mansion and been like, yeah, I'm just going to break down this wall. And Fiona would have just sat there going, oh, Chip.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's sad, isn't it?
It is super sad because at the end of the day, their daughter is like, that's just the saddest part.
I know.
To me.
I know.
It's just not. I mean, I know that you sign up for these reality TV lifestyles and you put yourself out in the public eye like that, but it's just tough to be talking about somebody's personal life that close when it gets to like kids involved.
Yeah.
And newborns and like infants,
But here's another layer that we didn't talk about is that, obviously the video, everybody's having such a strong reaction to Taylor, and rightfully so. I mean, there's no way around it.
Right.
But at the same time, you're telling me that Dakota had this video for 3 years in the week that Taylor's season of The Bachelorette is supposed to premiere. He sells it to TMZ.
Is that confirmed?
I mean, it's like...
if it's his phone...
Heavily suspected.
Wow.
That's messed up. And also, like, throughout the season of Mormon Wives, you also see him trying to sabotage her at every turn. He starts hooking up with one of her friends, Shania, and that like causes a huge issue. He like crashes this trip to LA that he had absolutely no reason to be there for. So it's like he does instigate things with her. And this is just the latest example. Like he was never going to let her, like, I almost feel like get away from his like grip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Except now that it's all come out and the public is having this reaction, now he's filing a restraining order and now he's got temporary custody of their son to like look like some type of hero. And he is not innocent at all in the situation.
Right. Yeah, he's been through his own battles as well. And I mean, I just can only judge by what I see on the TV. And a lot of that is taken a in like more entertaining directions, obviously. But I do see her like nip at him.
Oh,
Every
yeah,
single
both of them.
scene that they're
Yeah,
in,
both
and
of
I'm
them.
just like, get in separate rooms.
Yeah.
Don't hang out together.
Yeah.
But obviously, with contracts and show and filming,
Well, and
what
that's
are
the
you gonna
thing too.
do?
Like, why is Dakota on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
Right.
Like, he's not married to her. They have a child together, yes.
Purely for the entertainment.
Right. And that's kind of where I'm also like, this is an ethical issue, because from a producer standpoint, they want to get these two people in the same room as many times as possible because they know what will happen.
Right.
And it's like, how many times can you go through that cycle without like having some form of culpability for it?
Yeah.
I know, right? Here's something you didn't know. So they had this Zoom meeting, some of the women with like higher ups at Disney and Hulu, one of which, Rob Mills. You remember Rob Mills?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like head honcho, executive producer. So the women had this Zoom meeting with them saying they don't feel comfortable shooting season 5 while all of this stuff is going on. You guys don't know the full story. We're around this all the time. It's really, really bad. There's video. And at one point, one of the cast members, and it doesn't say who, was like, do you understand that it's now affecting a small child? And there's like video evidence of it, reaching that level. And Rob Mills said something to the effect of, that's not really my business. And kind of like willfully burying his head in the sand, like on multiple occasions. Like they would tell him, oh, but you don't understand, this is really bad. Well, I don't really want to go digging into it because I don't really see what good that will do. Like stuff like that.
Yeah,
so it's
this is all like documented.
It was published on NBC News this morning.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, did you really just,
yeah. But I mean, that's the nature of the industry.
Yeah, I know.
Which
brings
so
me to
tough.
this.
And it's okay, carry on.
Well, I wanted to say, Katie Maloney tweeted something or posted something on Threads yesterday that I also thought was very interesting because we're big Vanderpump Rules people. And she said, I have wrote probably 20 threads and deleted about how producers and networks know so much terrible things and bury them.
Mm.
And think about everything that she probably has seen on 11 seasons of Vanderpump Rules with people like Jax Taylor and James Kennedy and all of these things that we've heard whispers about. But because we didn't see it with our own 2 eyes, we are lenient on our response to something that could have impacted somebody drastically.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think back to us watching that Tyra Banks America's Next Top Model documentary. And I know different era, kind of different type of TV or whatever, but it just makes you think how many shows and scenarios and part of that industry have just got things that are happening under the surface.
Yeah.
And some much worse than others. But some things you just never know.
I know.
And like, I know that that's something that you've struggled with as someone who like commentates on the industry, is that you want to just share what everybody is reporting on and like give an opinion on it. But then sometimes it just gets so deep that you're like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, because you've had people in the industry tell you, the news is what makes the industry. It like gives people their jobs. It's like what makes us viewed and all of that kind of stuff. But then it gets to this level where it's like that is impacting someone's life in a really negative way. And I feel like this situation has like gotten there.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. That's what I've been struggling with over the past couple of days. It's like, it's one thing to report the news, but what type of effect does reporting the news have on somebody else's
on the
mental
subjects
health?
of the news?
Right.
And
especially now that we've seen everything that we've seen with Taylor and Dakota, it's like, am I, not subconsciously, but maybe you know, there's obviously no malice in it, but it's like, am I contributing to another spiral potentially?
Right.
That's like something that I struggle with.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I think...
And I said this on my Patreon, but it's so like Taylor Frankie Paul and Dakota Mortenson, they need serious professional help and they need Jesus.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah. I completely agree with you.
I think a lot of people in the entertainment industry probably do.
And just like you said, seeking psychological support.
Yeah.
And on that bombshell, shall we move on?
Yeah.
This has been a episode 44 recap of the Taylor Frankie Paul Bachelorette situation.
Everybody's talking about it. It's not like we could just, we have to talk about what the people are talking about. You know what else the people are talking about?
Bob's your uncle.
Yeah. Okay, so we posted a clip on our Instagram this week of the whole salad protein conversation that really has taken on a life of its own, first of all. But in the clip, you said something like a little bit spaghetti, a little bit of protein, a little bit of salad, Bob's your uncle. And
and that comes off the tongue so naturally to me. Like in the moment, I didn't even realize I said it.
Yeah. And I remember editing the clip and I'm like, nobody is going to have any idea what Bob's your uncle means. I don't even really know what it means. And we've been together for almost 9 years. So what does Bob's your uncle mean? And why do you just explain?
It's very much a British saying, also a South African saying, because there is British heritage there as well. So my British friends and my South African friends were all they don't think twice about that kind of stuff. But it basically just means, and there you go, and there you have it, and that's that.
But where does it come from?
Well, there's Bob's your uncle and Franny's your aunt or something. Or Annie's your aunt. Bob's your uncle.
I thought somebody wrote in the comment section Mary. Is it Mary?
Mary's your aunt. I don't use the aunt one that often, but that is another one. I don't know. I mean, maybe we need to ask ChatGPT exactly where it came from, but it's just a phrase that I've always used and grown up. And Bob's your uncle.
It just means that's it. That's that.
It's almost like period. Period. So I would say, no, it's not quite like that. I wouldn't even say that. But another example would be, you could tell me, oh, honey, it's going to be so hard for us to put up these curtains. And I'll be like, oh, no, you just need a ladder, 2 screws, put it up, Bob's your uncle.
Can you ask Ronald the origin? Because surely he'll know.
Oh, we can do it. Hey, Ronald, I am sitting with my wonderful wife, and she's curious about where the origin of the saying Bob's your uncle comes from. It's something that I use a lot, and we would like to know where it comes from.
Bob's your uncle. It's such a fun phrase. It basically means something like, there you go, or and it's all sorted. The most popular theory ties it to a bit of political nepotism in 19th century Britain. The story goes that Prime Minister Robert Bob Cecil appointed his nephew Arthur Balfour to a prominent post. So if Bob's your uncle, you've got an easy path to success. Everything just falls into place.
Wow. So deep.
Just a little bit of nepotism. So it's like, little bit of salad, little bit of protein, and I'm a nepo baby.
Perfect. Well, now we know. See, we feel smarter.
Now we know, folks. But that clip seemed to ruffle some feathers because you were convinced that it's everyone's going to agree with me. Salad before your mains, blah, blah, blah. I would say those comments are 50-50.
I don't know about 50-50.
Or maybe 60-40 in my favor.
I don't know about 50-50.
It definitely hit the South African algorithm. It hit it, and everybody was like, I'm with David.
And I bet you're so happy about that.
I'm over the moon. I can't wait to have some salad with my mains tonight.
My American girlies had my back in the comment section. They're like, wilted lettuce with spaghetti?
Yeah, the spaghetti and salad I get. That's a bit weird. But I'm going to have it with my steak.
Should we get into the Seriously Award of the Week?
Yeah, what is it? You tell me.
There has been a slew. A slew of toilet paper mysteries around the house this week. Not one, but two different eyebrow-raising bathroom situations. So it first started when I went to the bathroom downstairs, which is just, it's like a half bath, so a toilet and a sink, and that's it. And I walk into the bathroom, and all of a sudden I see a high, like, toilet paper pyramid, like 4, 3, 2, 1. It wasn't just like a little pyramid. It was a big toilet paper
proper college
pyramid.
dorm style toilet roll stack.
And I was like, who? Obviously, David put the toilet paper pyramid.
Look,
but that's what I said. I said, is this a frat house or are we married and in our mid-30s?
Look, I have had too many occasions recently where I have run out of toilet paper mid-situation, and I'm sick and tired of having to waddle up to the sink, pull the little cupboard out, look underneath there, and either there not be any toilet paper, then I've got to waddle all the way down the
please.
the thing. And it's not your fault. I should be restocking it.
You
But-
don't have to waddle anywhere. You have to
haven't finished.
extend your arm and you could open the door.
Yeah, sometimes I can do that, but sometimes it's not even in there is what I'm saying. And that's a problem. So the last time we got toilet paper, I just decided, you know what? I am taking matters into my own hands because I know that I'm not going to take the time to properly pack every cupboard in every bathroom. So what I did was I took the big 24 pack or 32 pack, whatever size we buy, and I just started stacking them in every bathroom, like with real purpose. And I was like, oh, you know what? This actually looks pretty cool. And I had like a little triangle pyramid, one bathroom, next bathroom, next bathroom. And as I'm doing it, I'm just smiling because I'm like, I cannot wait for Morgan to see this. And she's going to have an absolute fit at how dormitory it looks.
Yes. Well, I don't
And that's exactly what happened.
I don't understand because specifically the bathroom downstairs, if you have a toilet paper pyramid on the back of the toilet, it is just as far to turn around and grab it than to reach
No, but
down
I
and
can
grab
just-
it out of the door.
If I forget to put a new one on, I can just grab it. But this is the thing. It's about the ease of I walk into the toilet and I see a stack and I'm like, ooh, that one's pretty
It's
low.
just
I should
as
probably
easy.
get ready to.
Hun, it's a half bath. It is like not even 3 foot long.
I know, I get it. But it's like out of sight, out of mind. So if I walk into the bathroom and don't see the stack, I'm not going to remember to grab one out of the cupboard.
Well, that's your
first.
problem. That's
I know.
not my problem.
So I'm adjusting to my own shortcomings.
We cannot have dormitory toilet paper pyramids.
in our half baths.
Well, then
half
I come
bath.
up the stairs to our main bathroom.
And I've done it there too.
Our main bathroom that is an ensuite of our bedroom. And on the back door, we have a place where we can hang our robes. It's like a jacket hook. And I look up and I see
Completely unrelated.
like 4 pieces of toilet paper just folded and then just placed on top of the coat hook. And I'm like, what is this?
This is another example of me planning ahead for my shortcomings, but it didn't solve anything. So lately, because we've had the heat on so much in this house, I have been having such a dry nose. And in the middle of the night, I'm so tired of having to get up to clean the boogers out of my nose so that I can breathe, so that I can sleep. So what I did was, when I went to the bathroom for the last time before getting into bed, I thought, I'm going to forget to take toilet paper to the bed with me. So I folded up a few pieces of toilet paper and I placed it on the robe hanging on the back of the door, hoping I would see it on my way out of the bathroom so that I would grab it and take it with me and put it next to my bed. And I didn't. So for a week, this little piece of toilet paper has just been chilling on the back of your robe. And you sent me a picture and you were just like, what is this? And I was creasing myself because I knew I put it there.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, man. I mean, I try so hard to, like, battle with the out of sight, out of mind, but sometimes there's just random stuff left in places that
You know,
don't solve anything.
it gave me a good laugh, so it's fine.
Oh,
Well, that's the third time Dave's yawned, so I guess it's time to call it a day.
Yep, I'm exhausted.
Oh, yeah, because your fun day out. You're just doing so much hard work.
Totally exhausted.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Seriously. If you have not left a 5-star review, a little cheeky 5 stars, please do so. Make sure you're subscribed on Instagram, on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. And if not, we'll see you back in 2 weeks' time. And Bob's your uncle.